Hello. My guest today on Two's Company was born in Romania. He went on to study Orthodox theology at university. After university, and deciding that he didn't want to become a priest, he began to work full-time in the hospitality sector. Following a brief stint working on a cruise ship and then a short stay in the UK, he ended up coming to Spain and then carrying on working in hospitality. He's now moved on and is likes to help people, and he's now a full-time interpreter. Keeping me company today is Alex Drew. We know him as Lex. Hi there, Lex.
Hi, Claire. Thank you so much. It's nice to be here.
That's fine. That is quite a synopsis, quite a CV of your life. You've had so many changes.
Indeed, yeah. I have been always looking for new things and trying to better myself as a person and evolve, and that led me, as you know, in many different places.
Well, before we come on to you talking to you about life as an interpreter, can you just give me a brief synopsis? What was it like growing up in Romania?
Well, I actually was really lucky. I had a great childhood. My parents loved me so much. I had great friends. I grew up in a small town on the bank of the Danube, so it was very picturesque.
Yes.
And we were bathing every summer. A lot of good times with friends, and so yeah, it's been absolutely great. It's been a lot better than you would expect when you're here growing up in Romania.
No, that's lovely. And from that grew your passion for nature as well, didn't it?
Yes, nature has always been, since I was a little boy, I was attracted to it, according to my mom, because I don't remember. And my granddad had a massive farm, and all my summers I was spending them there. It was just amazing. There was a little grove right next to the farm and a little river. It was great with my cousins, making memories. It was absolutely amazing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I was very fortunate.
That's lovely to look back on things like that. That's beautiful.
Yes, it's one of my best memories ever happened there.
Lovely. And then from then you went to university to help fund the cost and everything else. You worked part-time in hospitality?
That's it. My mom and dad said that although they would pay for my university expenses, I still have to learn responsibility and work and job. So
we all did, yeah.
As we all did. And so when I was 17, I started working in a hotel as a bellboy, and then moved on to a restaurant. And when I was 20, I've been offered a job in a very prestigious nightclub in Romania, which kind of tied in with my university schedule, because I was working just Fridays and Saturdays and sometimes Sundays, so over the weekend. And although I had a great time there, I mean, it was a nightclub after all, so I had an amazing time. Despite of the fact that didn't really tie in with what I was studying, if you think about it.
No.
But yeah, it was really great. I've met some amazing people there from all walks of life, and so yes, that's another thing that helped create who I am today.
So was that one of the big? Did that sort of fuel your thing of not wanting to become a priest then, to want to go out into the world and?
I don't know if necessarily that influenced it as much as a change of ideas and who I was, maybe. And I felt that I was becoming as an adult, it wasn't who I thought I was going to be. So it wouldn't. I felt I'm a strong believer in practice what you preach, and I felt that what I was preaching was no longer what I was practicing.
So then you had a brief stint working on a cruise ship, the Royal Caribbean?
Indeed, yes.
And then you decided to stop off in the UK?
I did. It was actually, I was thinking that cruise ship is going to be sort of my career, because I enjoy traveling, I enjoy meeting new people. I love people, as you know, I'm a massive people pleaser. So I thought that this is going to be it for me, but it wasn't. Turns out it wasn't that, purely because on that particular cruise ship, in that particular time, the living conditions for the staff, for someone who was doing my job, weren't really exactly what I could imagine myself
No, no.
living through.
Considering you're there for a long time.
Exactly.
Yes.
The voyage was 7 months, and so I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't mind the work. I didn't mind the work. I could work as
Yes.
many hours as needed,
Yeah.
but when I wanted to go home to rest,
Yes.
it was in a cabin with no windows. The only air you were getting was through aircon,
Yeah,
and
no
you
good.
could genuinely taste the air there.
Oh,
So
yes.
I was like, I don't think that I can see myself doing that.
No.
So I went off, and as it happens, my best friend from Romania went to the UK in Bournemouth.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was there, and he said, "Oh well, come give this a go." And so yeah, I ended up in the UK afterwards.
Yeah.
And there, the weather.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
100%.
People don't realize until you live there. I mean, you know, I'm
Yes.
preaching to the choir now.
That's it.
You know very well that the weather does get to you, and especially if you're not brought up there. I was brought up in our summers,
Yes.
like here. So
Yes.
coming from there to the UK, it was just too much for me. And then another friend said, "Well, come give Spain a go." And I said, "Well, I'll come for a couple of months." And that was
How long ago was that?
on the 3rd of February, 10 years ago.
Really?
Yes,
So
indeed.
you've been here nearly 10 years.
10
wow.
years, yes.
Wow. And then you worked in the hospitality. You worked for 5 years, didn't you?
I did indeed, yes. When I first moved here, 2 weeks after, I found a job in a restaurant. Started as a waiter, very, very basic, and worked my way up. Ended up being the restaurant manager.
Gosh.
Yeah, and that's where I became really close friends with the head chef. And afterwards, we decided to open a restaurant here. on
Oh, yes,
Camposul.
that's right. But then you went your separate ways.
Unfortunately, yes.
No.
As you know, this happens,
Happens
especially
to us
between
all.
friends. Yeah.
That's right.
And so we just decided that we wanted two separate things, and
Yes.
the best way was to leave it.
Yes.
So I left.
All right. And you're very good with languages. You've got a love of languages.
I'm not very good at talking positive things about myself, but I do have a big
You
love
are,
of languages,
that's right,
and
yes.
I had, especially English. I don't know why I've been drawn to it since I was a little boy. I remember being 6, and we just got Cartoon Network, and my mum was saying, "Why are you wasting your time watching this? You can't understand the word." And a 6-year-old me went,
Yes.
"You'll see, I'll understand." And I did eventually, and here we are. And I've been taught in school ever since, so it really paid off. My passion brought me here. I wouldn't
Yes, so
have been
that
here.
that fueled your ambition then for helping people and becoming an interpreter.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've always been into helping people since I was a little boy. I had my kid friends, my same age friends, but I also had friends who were, let's say, in their golden years. So I've always been considered people who are mature or older, interesting, and so that's how my love of church happened actually as well.
Oh, right.
I started going to church with a group of old ladies, and then that's how worked well with my desire to help. I
Yes.
was helping them,
Yes.
walk and all that, and it's
Yes.
been like that ever since.
I can understand that because you have that natural empathy with people.
Thank you.
So therefore, then you help people. Is it just in this area, the Murcia region?
Yes. I stick more or less in this region, so I would go maybe Murcia, Cartagena, Fuente Alamo, Totana, Alama de Murcia, so
Yeah.
everything that's around, and obviously my main thing, Camposul.
So, and with the interpretation, I mean, is it because these people are stressed? They've got. Is it doctors? Is it solicitors? What sort of?
Well, my motto is, I wouldn't call it a motto actually, but it's just whenever help is needed, I'll do my best to help. If I see it's above my possibility, then I will say so. But if not, I will try my best to sort anyone's problem. So that would range from something basic like going to the mechanic maybe,
Oh, of course,
to
yes.
to doctors. I've been in court.
Wow.
I've been police station, everywhere where you could, Aqualia even.
Yes.
So everywhere where you think you need a translator, town hall.
Yeah,
So,
everywhere where there's a problem, people can't speak Spanish.
exactly.
And oh, right, okay, fine.
Exactly.
And what's it like dealing with well, obviously, if it's a car problem, things like this. But what's it like dealing with authorities, Spanish
Well,
authorities?
it can be quite intimidating at first until you get the hang of it because they are very authoritarian. They are very, you know, and at first when they don't know you, they're quite not unwilling to help, but
Brusque, sort
yeah,
of, yeah.
yes, they're a bit brusque, and obviously, as we know from with the English culture, that doesn't really tie in, and then that's another thing that overwhelms people when
Yes.
it's time to go and deal with them. But once, if you treat them with respect, and if you try and go as well prepared as possible, the things change immediately, and they're your best friends. So it's really, I've met some lovely people working for the government, like in the police or in the Guardia, and even in the town hall. There are
So people could come to you for advice as well as what's the next stage I have to do? Where do I go? Who do I have to actually see? You can advise on anything like this.
That's what me and all the others interpreters are very useful for, because now with technology, language has translation has evolved a bit.
Yes.
But you cannot, by our expertise, you cannot find that in a
Yes.
computer or in a phone. It's very important to know where you need to go, what you need to prepare, who you need to speak to, because even though the language is just as important and your manners,
Yes.
but it's a big thing to know where, who, and
Yes.
with what.
I can understand that, because a lot of people just think I've got Google Translate and I should just do this and go along with it. It doesn't work that way,
And
does
don't
it?
get me wrong, sometimes, very few times, it does work. And there's some few lucky people that has worked for.
Yes.
And they go and broadcast it to everyone. And then 3 other people go and do it. And then I'll receive a phone call and say, I've tried to do it on my own, but it's just not working. Because one of the things with Google Translate is not just you talking to them, you preparing your speech and going, this is what I want. It's also what comes back to you.
That's
and it's
right.
also like
the interpretation as well of that.
That's very
That's
important,
right.
very important. And let's not forget, they are busy people who are working, so they're like, come on, we need to sort this. So
Yes.
they don't have time to, you know...
Wait for you to type it all out for them and then show them.
And then
That's
it's
right.
like, oh, you don't have this. And there's just 2 words can make a world of
Yes,
difference.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can
really
imagine.
do. Yeah.
That's the whole thing about it, isn't it? You're better off having that personal touch as opposed to just you and your phone.
100%. It might sound like I'm biased because I'm an interpreter,
No.
but I genuinely, for less stress and less headache, and to get things done, especially for the more important ones, which could seriously affect your life, always have an interpreter.
Yeah.
Always.
And also, I think with you, because of your background, because of the theology background, and as you said, you enjoy helping people, you have that personal touch.
Thank you. Yeah.
No, you do. You definitely have
Oh,
that
that's very
personal
kind.
touch.
No, I
The way you
appreciate that.
relate to people. So, as opposed to, yes, I can do that. That's it. And just,
That's actually one of the things that my personality kind of
Yes.
works around me,
Yes.
against me.
No.
In that, because I would like to treat everyone like I would like to be treated, and take as much time as I can. And that sometimes leads to me, let's say if I have so many messages coming through, and that sometimes leads to delays in the messaging, and I feel so bad about it.
No.
But I'm very lucky. People are so understanding, and they
Yes.
understand that we're busy, and it's not... All of us interpreters
Yeah.
are very busy, and it's not malicious or ignorance. It's just because I really can't give you the attention you deserve right now.
Yeah.
So I'll get to it when
and
I,
also
when I
as well,
can.
people only get in touch with you when they're stressed.
That's
They're
right.
in a stressful position because of what they're trying to deal with, and they
Yes.
can't.
Yes.
So therefore, they come to you, and if there's no immediate reply, they just have to be patient and
Yes.
think,
Yes.
this is it, you will come back, you will be there.
Correct. I always do. I always do. And if it's an urgent situation, I do leave an automatic message, which says, when it's an urgent situation, you need to ring me, because some things just can't wait.
Yes.
So when it's an urgent, I always prefer to be called. If it's not an emergency, then message will do fine. So yeah, it generally works, and people are generally happy with me so far.
No, so far, no, I think that's brilliant.
I'm quite grateful.
Do you feel you've found now where you want to go, where your life's going?
I genuinely do. I mean, I can't say when people talk about, oh, you have to love what you're doing. I've never experienced this until I've been doing this interpreting job. It's so rewarding when you see people, as you said, you see people that are stressed and worried and sad, and you think, don't worry, we'll sort it. And when you do get it sorted, the light in their eyes and in their face is like, I get goosebumps talking about it. It's like, honestly,
that's lovely. It's
so
very,
rewarding.
very fulfilling.
No, it is. It's a very fulfilling job. Very fulfilling.
And then to see the joy as well, having their problem sorted.
Yeah, it's very satisfying for me. Like, you know, I helped do that. So I made the difference today, you know.
Oh, that's lovely.
So
that's great.
It's something that you can't really, it's very hard, very stressful, a lot of work.
Yes.
But when you get that result, it's...
No, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks. Thank you. Thanks very much, Lex. Thanks for talking to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire.
And thanks very much for joining us as well, watching Two's Company. We'll be back the same time next week in somebody else's company. Hope you can join us. Goodbye.